I spent a lot of time in England after my education, and I stayed there for about 10 years, working in e-commerce, search engine marketing, basically the online space. And I think it was 2008 or 2009 when I started a family and I decided to move back to Kenya and leave the technology world and join sort of bricks and mortar family business. I got here. 3 months later, I realized, hang on, what am I doing? Am I mad? So I was sort of thinking, should I go back? Should I stay on? And I was working a day job with the family business. And over dinner with a bunch of friends, we'd gone out to a restaurant in Nairobi. And this is one of the restaurants that spends a lot of money on advertising. So you've seen them in Masafiri and in other magazines. They also have a live jazz band, great food, decent service. And the strange fact was that a lot of my friends who had lived here for 30 years in Nairobi had never even been to this restaurant. And I felt really, really strange that I had lived here for 3 months, 4 months, and I'd been to this restaurant 2 or 3 times, yet these guys have been here all their lives, and they go out every weekend to the same bar, spend a lot of money. Unfortunately, it's gypsy normally, but fair enough. So, and I sort of spoke to a couple of friends, and my background was IT. I had someone who had worked in the marketing and the advertising industry. She's in the back somewhere, and she's my wife. And a good friend of mine worked in restaurants all the way, working as a waiter to running one of the top restaurants in the Orange County in LA. So we got together and I said that in terms of technology, this is very, very simple. The only problem is how are we going to book online and get that message to the restaurant? Unfortunately, the way we do it is we actually call the restaurant, but everything else is automated. So we did a pilot for about 3 months, and we were very, very clever on how we chose which restaurants are coming on board. And then I remember the owner of Arts Cafe telling me when I first met him that, fantastic idea, I use this in Israel all the time. I support you, but it's never going to work. So I was like, okay, fair enough. But then he said he'll support us, he'll sign up as one of the pilots. And 3 months later, when we actually did our launch, all the pilot customers were paying customers. So we launched with revenue in our books. So we're profitable company from day one. And then basically, fast forward about 1.5 years now, we have in East Africa, including Zanzibar, we're just launching in Dar es Salaam, Malindi, Mombasa, Diani, in total 400 restaurants that are paying to be on our site. We send about, just at the top of my head, 5,000 bookings every month to various different restaurants. And yeah, and now we have restaurants coming to us and saying, how do I sign up, rather than us going to have to look for it.